Hi, KP. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's Tina Dalia in San Francisco. How you do? Where are you?
I am in Ypsilanti, Michigan. I think just the content of the stories. I mean, it was exciting to be a part of, like the development process, answering these questions and really like diving into myself a little bit more to really, really give some meaty stuff to work with. But I wanted to audition because I've always played like cis straight women in shows, and I haven't acted in several years, but yeah, so this was just an opportunity for me to play a character that I actually relate to. These are the kind of stories and narratives that people don't generally get to hear, or if they do, then they're not told in a very positive light. It's like a lot of trauma happens to trans and non-binary people, and like those are the stories that you hear. And while that is important, it's also really important to like have a story about a wedding, and just like some of the simple conflicts that can come up from that, because we're human too. And I think it's just really important for people to see that we have similar problems, desires, dreams, hopes, everything like that. And it's just really beautiful to know that we're being represented like accurately and like transparently, because we sat down with Lyra and told these stories ourselves. I think it's so incredible how this character has been crafted to represent like just the population, the percentage of people that feel conflicted in monogamous relationships. Like they're not where they're meant to be, but there's so much social pressure to conform to monogamy. I think it's really interesting to tell the story of someone's journey of like moving away from that. And it's not a pretty story. I mean, cheating is it's not cool. That's not fun, but it's real, and it's important, I think, for people to see that like this stuff really happens, and there are people out there who need to live in a different way, polyamorously, whatever, in order to feel safe and happy and satisfied. And I really just connected to that in the character. And then also with having a character who's around my age and starting hormone replacement therapy, in the 30s. That's maybe a little bit later than some people do. I felt that. I was like, that's a story that's important also, because Dale is non-binary and still starting testosterone, and much older and starting testosterone, not much older, but and I think those are certain details that are important to showcase, and I'm glad I get to be the one to do that. Who needs to see it? Everyone needs to see it. But, yeah, I think, it's kind of twofold. So it's important for people who identify with the characters that are being presented, to see this production so they can see themselves, so they have an artifact with which to see themselves. But I think it's also really important that people who are cis or just heteronormative in whatever way, that they see this production as well. Not necessarily just so that they're aware that people like this exist and that we're out there, but hopefully so that it can be a little more normalized in society. It's more than just awareness and tolerance. Like, people really need to have love and compassion and empathy for people like us. And I hope that seeing a story like this would help increase that.
Thank you, KP. This was awesome. So great to interview you.
So nice talking to you, Tina. Thank you.